Today, I've got a really awesome guest. His name is Anthony DeCristo. How's it going, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm awesome. And I'm really excited to get to talk to you today. We found each other on Threads.
The thread bait.
Yep,
Yep.
Threadbait. Um, and if you're not familiar with Threads, get familiar with it. It's a great place to start meeting people in the industry and kind of promoting yourself. But Anthony has a really interesting background and a really interesting proposition and opportunity for new artists. So, before we dig into that opportunity, I want to hear more about how you ended up where you are because it sounds like you've got a story that a lot of us have where we start off doing one thing and then we kind of just roll with the punches and take the opportunities that are given to us and we arrive. So, give us your story, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, like most people, it starts back as a teenager, typically listening to bands like Blink-182 and like, oh, I love to do this. And then going to MySpace, just having that first little hint of like success, 1,000 streams on MySpace overnight, which, is just super cool. And it kind of it sucks you in. You're like, oh yeah, I could do this. And so, you grow, you learn. I wasn't like a great musician back then. And so I really kind of like, okay, I need to, hone this down and started my first band. And I got really big into promoting and just building off of it in social media with that. Just out there, hustling CDs back in the day, outside when people were coming, leaving the crowd was leaving the show. And from there, I got, into photography and I shot like at Vans Warped Tour a couple times. Got to do a couple cool things like with Alternative Press Street Team, and then there was a startup called CrowdMix in the UK, and unfortunately they fell apart because terrible financing and dealing with that. But cool opportunities for somebody that was trying to grow and break into a scene. And I think in the long run, the way it really panned out was I worked with this band Holocene for like the longest time, and you build those connections over time and you really grow with people, and then when somebody makes it, and you have been by their side and stuff, they kind of like tag you along. And um it led me to artists that I probably would have never worked with before, and to where I am now, where I'm trying to like build a collective that's for newer artists to come in and give them tools that they might not necessarily have, and then also give them insight on like what I like to say is like brand, story, and content. And your brand is your image, your identity, and your story is that movement and culture that you're trying to, foster and cultivate around that.